Hi guys, Kim here. Does my bum look big in this? My friends and I have developed this saying that we use to each other when we ask questions relating to our own insecurities. We found that although we do have insecurities, that voicing them doesn't necessarily help in any way, shape or form. We remind each other of this and laugh about our insecurities, claiming our own sovereignty in that they have no power over us. As far as thoughts go, we cannot stop them. I've learned myself that when I have these thoughts, I just banish them as they serve no purpose to me. Okay, I won't banish them without looking at them and seeing if there's any improvement that I could make that I was unaware of. But in all honesty, that is rarely the case, and I found most of them are not useful at all. Maybe I shouldn't tell you this, as there is an essence that when we voice insecurities that we give our power away, as in merely talking about the idea that I do have insecurities gives power away. There are many ways we can give our power away to others, even without realizing it. I'll give you a couple of examples of ways that I've done so in the past and I've learned from these mistakes. Especially when it comes to family members, where we ask permissions or their opinion in something that we're going to do. There would have been a time that I would have asked a partner if it was okay with them if I went and used the car to have coffee with friends, saying something like, "Is it okay with you if I take the car for a few hours? Not sure how long I'll be." Now I changed my language with regards to things like that and turned the statement into an empowered statement. I think women have got a much bigger problem with this than men in general. But now I would state it as a given. I'm going for coffee with friends, I'll be back later. Question might arise by the individual in response, saying, "Oh, how long are you going to be? I want to go to the shops." In which case I would now respond with, "It's probably a good idea if you go to the shops now, as I have no idea how long I'll be." I had another example of this years ago where I was working in a shop with a very empowered lady. She'd heard of a sale happening in a shopping centre about 15 minutes drive away. And she said to me, "Come on, let's go, we'll have a look." She put a sign up in her shop window saying, "Be back in 15 minutes. We went off in the car. About 40 minutes later, whilst bribing the sale of goods, I received a call on my mobile asking me where we were. It was a queue of people waiting. We left then, went back on our journey back. I asked my colleague in the car, what was she going to say to the waiting customers? She looked at me strangely and said she'd not mention it. She walked boldly into the shop after unlocking the front door and stated loudly, "Okay, who's first?" She didn't even mention the fact that these people are waiting, nor did she apologise for it. I learned something that day. It's as though we need to be polite, that manners create an environment where we need to make an excuse, and generally, if we don't mention it, neither will others. They simply see our weaknesses as shown through and then use that against us. We've been taught to be way too polite for our own good. We don't have to be rude, simply determined and stand in our own authority. Not aggressive, but assertive and certain where we stand. It's a gradual thing learning this, but if you can get your friends and your family to help you, we will all learn it sooner or later. With all these things, it's not something that we become overnight, but in the long term, we will be a great deal better for it, as we won't be giving our power away left, right and centre for the benefit of others. Thanks for listening. Ta-ta.